Just a moment, we're going to get some audio from the demonstration. Now, for those of you that tuned in late, perhaps, for those of you tuned in late and missed the always, I'm going to get Sarah to be like a regular on the show, and I'm just going to have her stand here in the studio, and not do anything. And she can speak, I suppose, occasionally, but I just want Sarah to be, like, we have Rebecca who comes in and makes fun of me and sits over there and, and ridicules me in my opinion. I want to get Sarah, who just had her tongue pierced here, to just come and just stand in the studio and just kind of, like, be a beacon of beauty here. I believe, and that would, I can tell you my job performance will go up just exponentially. If the management would spring to give her like $4 an hour to just like stand in front of the control board and perhaps just turn occasionally so I get different views of her, that would be like the biggest impetus I ever need to doing a better job. But if you have tuned in late, we had multiple tongue piercings happening earlier. Sarah and her boyfriend Nick both had big old rods, and she gave me the needle, Ty. I get right there, the needle that went through her tongue, right there. That's the closest to Sarah's tongue I'm ever going to get. So anyway, so Sarah and her boyfriend Nick had needles put through their tongue. They now have those little silver barbells in their tongue. And we have spent the vast majority of this hour trying to locate one Mr. Greg Fisher, who is the spokesman for 3S, fine manufacturers of the Venus 2 personal comfort system for men, only to be met by voicemail. So I am now going to give up trying to schedule it. I'm sorry, I don't mean to let you down. But I am now at this point, I'm going to completely give up I'm going to give up trying to schedule the inventors of the Venus 2. There's no point in it because they're obviously not going to materialize. And so if we do manage to secure an interview with them, I'll just spring it on you completely unannounced at some point. There's no point in trying to get them to commit to it because it's obviously not going to come to fruition. So, so in just mere moments, we're going to get, now, it's a long story, that of the Venus 2 wanking machine for men. We were just sitting here one day doing the editorial meeting, and since we don't have the interview, I'm just going to give you the next best thing. I'm going to tell you how it came to into our knowledge. We were sitting here one day in the editorial meeting, and somebody said, Rick, how it came to it all came to a head when, we were sitting there in the editorial meeting, and somebody goes, Rick, I think you have a fax up front. And I went up, and it didn't say to Rick Taylor. I said, what makes you think it's for me? And they go, well, it's for a wanking machine. And I said, all right. And so we talked to the guy, and they sent us a demonstration video of the Venus 2 personal wanking system for men. And it's like the most ridiculous thing. It's like this guy comes on, he's like, hello there, my name's Bob Jenkins, or whatever, and I've invented the wanking machine. And he takes out a big suitcase and opens it up, there's all these tubing, hoses inside and whatever, and he goes, and it's the next shot is of the same guy nude. And it's he looks like your grandfather. He looks like Mr. Wizard, that old guy from Nickelodeon. And it's the next shot is him naked. He's like, as you can see, I've disrobed. And it's it comes in numerous sizes, and of course this guy takes the biggest one. I use an extra large, which only accommodates 0.5% of the population. And so here's this guy and he's got the wanking machine and how to describe the wanking machine? Imagine if you had a big bong. Imagine if you had a big bong with a garden hose attached to it, and then you hook that up to a lawnmower. Yeah, like a bank cylinder. Like when you go to the bank and you're in the drive-thru, and there's and out of the vacuum comes that little plastic cylinder you put your transaction in. Imagine if you had one of those, but a little smaller. You had a garden hose hooked to it, and that was rigged up to the family lawnmower. And that was in a suitcase. And the bank cylinder, kind of serves the purpose you think it serves. And then it's you fire that thing up, and up to 360 strokes per minute, I understand. And it's so anyway, here's this guy. As you can see, I use the monstrously large size. And it's so the demonstration video, if you haven't seen the demonstration video, you are missing an entire world of pleasure. And then that's followed by the demonstration video for the Sibian 2 system for women, which is looks like one of those pommel horse things you use in the gymnastics class, except it's got big old knobs on the side of it so you can vary rotation and thrust speeds. Anyway, so that's where we are with this. So if we're able to do this at some point, I'm not going to announce it, we'll just do it. But that's where we are with the wanking system. It's just not happened, and I feel as though I've let you down. So anyway, we'll be back, 6:51, 62 degrees. And Ty, do we have a little bit of the audio from the wanking demonstration video? Do we have so the listeners can hear exactly what it...
You're not going to give this up. This is going to be your sex companion for life. Of course, if you're married, that comes first. But when you have a little bit of recreational time, this is what you want to use. Oh, boy, does that feel good. You have a wonderful masturbation device here.
All right, and so you hear that... It sounds like a helicopter hovering outside your window. That is the sound of the Venus 2 comfort system for men. I can't top that. We'll be back. My name is Rick Taylor. Don't go anywhere. This is Super Talk 1320 KCNR. Calgon, take me away.